In a dramatic and historic move, King Charles III has made the unprecedented decision to exclude Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilybeth, from the royal lineage. This bold and unexpected action has sent shockwaves through the royal family and beyond, raising eyebrows and sparking intense debate among royal watchers, the media, and the public alike. While some view this as a necessary and long overdue response to Meghan's vocal criticisms of the royal institution, others see it as a painful break that signals the deepening rift between the Sussexes and the monarchy. For the past 4 years, Meghan Markle has cultivated a very public image as a victim within the monarchy, often voicing allegations of racism, mistreatment, and systemic oppression at the hands of the royal family. Her narrative has gained significant traction, particularly in an era where issues of inequality, social justice, and race are at the forefront of global discussions. Her Oprah Winfrey interview, in which she and Harry made explosive claims against the monarchy, thrust her into the international spotlight, fueling widespread criticism of the royal family's treatment of the Duchess of Sussex. But, as more details come to light, it's becoming clear that the story may not be as simple as it initially seemed. Insiders close to Buckingham Palace suggest that while Meghan's grievances might have merit, there is also a growing belief that the Sussexes have used their royal status to build a multi-million-dollar empire, all the while undermining the institution that made them famous. King Charles III, known for his typically diplomatic nature, has reportedly reached his breaking point. According to royal insiders, Charles now views Meghan as a divisive force who has soured Harry's relationships with the rest of the royal family and irreparably damaged the monarchy's reputation. By stripping Archie and Lilybeth of their royal titles, King Charles is sending a clear message: the Sussexes cannot enjoy the privileges of royalty while simultaneously attacking the very institution that granted them international fame. A family divided, the strains of Meghan's influence. It's important to understand that Meghan Markle's entrance into the royal family was met with a great deal of anticipation, not only because of her Hollywood background but also due to her American heritage. The union of Meghan and Harry promised to modernize the monarchy and bring fresh energy to a centuries-old institution. However, it quickly became apparent that Meghan's transition into royal life wasn't as seamless as many had hoped. From the beginning, there were cultural clashes, differences in lifestyle, and, perhaps most notably, growing tensions with other members of the royal family. Meghan, known for her outspoken activism and independent spirit, was not content to simply live by the royal family's unspoken rules of silence and decorum. The infamous Oprah interview was a turning point in Meghan and Harry's relationship with the monarchy. The couple accused senior royals of being complicit in racial discrimination, creating a wave of shock and disbelief throughout the world. This public airing of grievances not only embarrassed the monarchy but also raised questions about the values and traditions that have long defined British royalty. The fallout from that interview marked the beginning of irreversible tensions between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. The monarchy's once sturdy reputation was now being questioned by Meghan and Harry's accusations and by the millions of people who rallied behind their claims. In addition to the Oprah interview, the Sussexes' lucrative deals with Netflix and Spotify, which capitalized on their royal connections, have only added to the growing suspicion that Meghan and Harry are more interested in building a brand than fulfilling the traditional roles that once defined their positions. Many critics believe that Meghan, especially, never intended to fully embrace royal life. Instead, they argue that her marriage to Prince Harry was merely a means to achieve global fame and influence. This perception has increasingly alienated Meghan from the royal family and from the public, with some royal supporters accusing her of using her royal status to pursue personal gains, all while attacking the very institution that enabled her rise. Prince Harry, a prince torn between love and loyalty. Prince Harry's position in this narrative is far more complex. While some see him as complicit in Meghan's attacks on the royal family, others argue that he is, in fact, the most tragically affected party in this entire saga. Once the charismatic and beloved prince, who dutifully served in the military and engaged with the public, Harry now finds himself distanced from the family he once cherished. His choice to abandon many of his military ties and distance himself from royal duties has left him isolated and disillusioned. The admiration he once commanded is now largely gone, replaced by growing frustration from royal fans who feel betrayed by his and Meghan's actions. Insiders close to Harry suggest that he has grown increasingly disillusioned with his situation, feeling as if he is trapped by his wife's ambitions. While Harry has made significant moves to distance himself from the royal family, it's clear that the rift with his family has affected him deeply. Many close to the Duke of Sussex believe that Harry regrets certain aspects of his decisions, particularly his public break from the monarchy and his choice to support Meghan's more controversial stances. Harry now finds himself caught between his loyalty to Meghan and his longing for the family he once adored. This brings us to the key question: will Harry remain with Meghan and continue down this path of self-exile, or will he attempt to repair his fractured relationship with the royal family? King Charles III's recent actions, removing Prince Archie and Princess Lilybeth from the royal lineage, now present Harry with a pivotal decision. Harry must now come to terms with the cost of his choices, and whether he is willing to accept the consequences of living outside the monarchy. King Charles's actions seem to signal that loyalty to the crown is paramount, and any departure from that loyalty comes at the expense of royal privileges. The future of the Sussexes, struggling between tradition and change. The royal family's latest actions are not just a personal decision, they carry deep symbolic weight for the future of the monarchy itself. King Charles's decision to exclude Archie and Lilybeth from the royal lineage isn't just about Meghan and Harry's personal grievances, it also represents a larger cultural shift. In a world that is increasingly focused on issues of inequality, privilege, and representation, this moment marks a clear battle between tradition and modernity. King Charles's actions reflect the monarchy's need to adapt to the changing expectations of modern society, while also protecting its core values. As the Sussexes continue to navigate their public narrative, they represent a growing tension between traditional institutions and the modern world's call for transparency, accountability, and fairness. Their story has become emblematic of the ongoing debate about privilege and the place of inherited power in today's society. What started as a fairy tale romance has evolved into a multi-layered drama that is challenging the monarchy's place in the 21st century. The bigger picture: what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? The ramifications of King Charles's decision will be felt for years to come. As the royal family adapts to a new era, one in which the public's expectations are shifting rapidly, questions will continue to emerge about what it means to be part of the royal family. The role of the monarchy, as both a political institution and a symbol of national unity, is now being questioned like never before. The ongoing saga of Harry and Meghan's relationship with the royal family will continue to be scrutinized by the media and the public. Their controversial journey has revealed much about the fragile nature of family dynamics, the power of celebrity, and the deep-rooted tensions within a centuries-old institution. As King Charles works to navigate this tricky terrain, the world will be watching to see if the monarchy can endure the changes brought on by the Sussexes' narrative or if it will ultimately collapse under the weight of public expectations and personal betrayal. In the end, the royal family's survival will depend not only on its ability to adapt to new challenges but also on how it responds to the evolving narrative of Harry and Meghan, a narrative that has the power to reshape royal history in ways no one could have predicted.